There is a country south of China that's home to some amazing architecture, a gold rock that defies gravity, and a holy python that can bless you. Yet what is this country actually called? Well, some would say Burma, while others would say Myanmar. Officially the country was called Burma and has since changed its name to Myanmar, but of course as always there is a lot more to it than that. But first let's look at that original name of Burma. Just where did that come from? One idea is that it comes from the name of Brahma, Brahma being the creator god in Hinduism, and the name Burma in Burmese is Burma. The English name Burma, however, is thought to come from the Portuguese name for the country, Birmania. The name Burma too refers to the largest group of people in the land area, the Burma people. The actual country of Burma dates all the way back to the 11th century when King Anuwata united the state. Even though it was united as one nation, there were still political issues in the country. In the 1800s, the British saw Burma's instability and took over the country after 3 Anglo-Burmese wars. During World War II in 1942, however, Japanese troops invaded and occupied Burma. They were helped by the Japanese-trained Burma Independence Army, who were led by a young Burmese law student named Aung San. The Japanese promised Aung San and his army that if they helped win the war, they would give Burma their independence. Yet when it became clear the Japanese would not stick to their word, Aung and his men switched sides and helped the British defeat the Japanese, eventually liberating Burma from Japanese control in 1945. While now liberated, Aung San and members of his interim government were assassinated by political opponents, eventually leading to true independence with foreign former minister Un Nu as the nation's first prime minister. This was but a brief look at the history of the country formerly known as Burma. While it gained independence in 1948, it wasn't until 1989 the country would be renamed Myanmar. So what happened in between? Well, by the 1960s, Un Nu's government was starting to anger the military. Throughout the 60s, 70s and 80s there were many military coups, with one coup in 1989 led by General Saw Ma that decided to change the country's English name to Myanmar, as the original name of Burma was felt to be a relic of British colonial past, and the name Myanmar was more inclusive to other ethnicities of the country, not just the aforementioned Burma people. So where does this name come from, however? The name Myanmar actually has the same etymological roots of its earlier name Burma, coming from the people. The name Myanmar in Burmese is Myanmar or Myanmar. The main difference between these names comes from the register in which they are used. Register in language means the degree or formality and the situation in which the language is being used. This has led to Myanmar being the more formal way to refer to the country and write the name, with Burma being the more colloquial name used in day-to-day talk. And it seems that this is the way the country is today, with both names being used interchangeably, even with Barack Obama referring to the country by both names in a speech during his 2012 visit to the country. Yet the Burma-Myanmar debate seems to only exist in the English language, as even in the national anthem the country is still referred to as Burma Pir, which means the country of Burma. A huge thank you to all my awesome patrons who help support Name Explain in the best way possible. My dream for Name Explain is for it to be run completely by viewers like you, donating a small amount a month. Just $2 a month gets your name here with all these awesome people, so why not help us reach our next goal of $500 a month? Thank you.